With Reborn as a vending machine, I now wander the dungeon.
Stop it.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, ValdaValsha. So if you've seen my last quarterly video, I talked about a bunch of different mangas that are getting released for the first time in English, it was a good and a bad idea video. Good idea because I get to see all of the new manga that's getting translated, but also bad idea because very bad for my wallet. Let's see, I picked up A Condition Called Love, which is a very cute and sweet high school romance story, as well as Honey Lemon Soda. I also picked up Call the Name of the Night, which I said in my last video, the art alone was enough to get me into it, and it was. It was actually quite an interesting and cute story. I also picked up The Skull Dragon's Precious Daughter, which was such a cute series. Oh my gosh, so cute. Reminded me a lot of Nicola traveling around the demon's world. Also picked up The Night Blooms Behind Castle Walls, which is a great fantasy story that's only going to be 3 volumes, very short, and it's so cute. I'm so disappointed that it's going to be so short. Oh, I also picked up The Eccentric Doctor of the Moonflower Kingdom, which I had no expectations for, but I went in and it was quite a fun read. The main girl is just I like the title says, she is an eccentric character. I quite enjoyed it. I quite enjoyed all of the series that I picked up, so now I'm gonna do it again, looking through Q2 releases from April, May, and June. Yeah, that's the plan for today. And also, look what I found. It is like almost 2 years later in this new house, and I'm still finding things and boxes to unpack, and I came across Bold and Brash that I painted like 2 years ago. So he's just gonna go right there for now because I need some more decor going on right here. This is from a publisher I haven't seen in a very long time, and this is by Tokyopop. It is My Coworker Has a Secret. Akari is an average 25-year-old office worker who harbors a secret she hides from her colleagues. She's so obsessed with the pretty boy idol Ren Ren that it's ruining her financially. When her lunch is stolen by a pigeon, what? A kind stranger offers his homemade bento in his place, and after graciously accepting, Akari tells him the reason she is so destitute. It's the first time she's revealed her secret otaku lifestyle to anyone. Of course, she assumes she'll never see this stranger again, until he shows up as the newest employee in her office. Can Akari trust him to keep her tragic and embarrassing secret from her coworkers? I am excited to see that Tokyopop is releasing stuff again because I haven't seen them in so long. Like, I know they've existed in other places like Germany, but it looks like Tokyopop is coming back with some stuff. Next is a story that I'm very excited to see, and it's Sugar Apple Fairy Tale, which has an anime that's going on right now, and it's also getting a second season, which, like, the first episode I wasn't completely sold on it, but then by the 3rd episode I was pretty into it. The anime is so pretty. It's like so pretty, so glittery. I love it. So in a world where fairies are bought and sold to the highest bidder, humans aren't exactly on friendly terms with the fae folk, but friendship is exactly what Anne Halford seeks with Shell, her new fairy bodyguard, though he's not so keen on the idea. As his new master, Anne tasks him with escorting her through a particularly dangerous area. But with a reluctant bodyguard eager to escape a life of servitude, she'll have to deal with a lot more than she bargained for. So basically in this world, humans have enslaved fairies, and it's really weird, and I still don't have an answer to this. Some fairies are tiny, like they're really like tiny. And then some fairies like Shell are like normal human size, and I just keep wondering, but why? Why are some big and why are some small? Because the small ones, you know, you think of fairies. The big ones, I think he kind of looks more like an elf. I know he's a fairy, but that's like the impression I get. Shell is a warrior fairy. He knows how to like fight and everything, and Anne is trying to get to basically a competition. And then the story continues in developing like the kind of dynamic and relationship between the two of them. It's a very cute series. But I am thinking about going the light novel route rather than the manga route. I kind of like the art a little bit better in the light novels, and I'm also trying to make it a goal to read more light novels. This one is The Witch in the Night Will Survive. I would buy this solely for the art and because of fantasy. When the Lord's son, Agridios, returns to his village after a long hunt, he is shocked to discover that all the laughter and clamor that he knew so well has disappeared. When he finds out that the cause of the tragedy is a witch living in the forbidden forest, he turns into despair and rage and sets off on a journey seeking revenge for those he loved. Of trying to figure out what happened to the village. Like, you have a knight who basically left. He came back to a village that's in complete, like, disarray, and it's all blamed on this quote-unquote witch. But, like, did the witch really do it? This is action, drama, fantasy. Is rated 16 plus, so I guess there's probably gonna be more like violence and stuff in it later. All right, so now we have Boys Abyss, which is being released by Fizz. It is rated 17 plus. It is drama, horror, and mystery with themes of music. Can I say that on YouTube? Viewer discretion advised on this manga. Reiji's life is as miserable as a small town that he can't escape. The most interesting thing that has ever happened there is a double down by the river. Does Reiji have any power over his fate, or will he fall into the abyss? Reiji's mother is checked out. He's stuck caring for his grandmother with dementia, and his childhood friend treats him like a lackey. Then, beautiful big city pop star Nagi miraculously shows up working the counter at the local convenience store, and Reiji is starstruck. When she offers him the ultimate way out of his claustrophobic existence, will he succumb to temptation? This one's hard to say. I am interested in it. However, it's quite depressing, isn't it? Oh, that's pretty. I just noticed there's like a fish in the artwork that like blends in with her hair. It's pretty pretty. So next we have Demons of the Shadow Realm. It's by the same author of Full Metal Alchemist. So deep in the mountains, under the watchful eyes of two stone guardians, lies isolated Higashi village. Unlike some of its residents, young Yuro is content to live out his days foraging and hunting in the nearby woods. But Yuro's idyllic life changes forever when Higashi village comes under attack. Amid the chaos, the young man is whisked away and forbidden to return to the only home and family he's ever known. And to ensure his safety, the two statues who once stood over the village have joined the fight, the divine left and right. As Yuro discovers, commanding these demons is his birthright. But after losing everything dear to him, will he be up to the task of unraveling a conspiracy, tying him and his twin Asa to a prophecy that threatens the entire world? Oh, this one is a 16 plus series, action, adventure, supernatural, being released by Square Enix. Definitely, if you're a fan of Arakawa, probably pick this up. I'm interested in this as well. It does seem like a pretty interesting story, but I might hold off for now and just see like how far this one continues and maybe pick it up later down the line. My stepmother and stepsisters aren't wicked. So this seems like kind of a fairy tale story where the girl has stepmother and stepsisters. So it's being released by Seven Seas. Of course. Seven Seas has been on my list of like favorite publishers lately. I swear they just keep releasing all the best stuff that I'm interested in. This is comedy and fantasy. Mia is the illegitimate child of a prominent family. When her mother dies and her father's estate agrees to take her in, she's convinced she knows what awaits her in her new home, a life of servitude and misery at the hands of her wicked stepmother and stepsisters. Wait. She's an illegitimate child. Aren't these not her half-siblings? Why are we calling them stepsisters? Yet when she meets the woman she expects to treat her like dirt, they actually end up being sweet. A hilarious and heartfelt comedy that is sure to put a smile on your face. Okay, I suppose saying stepmother and stepsisters, especially the stepsisters part, helps to sell it more with that fairy tale aspect, but I just find it so weird when people call their half-siblings their step-siblings, because I'm just like, but they're still your sibling by one parent. And another one I'm definitely going to check out that I'm very interested in because it looks interesting. I'm also confused by it. It's called The Record of Lodoss War, The Crown of the Covenant. And it's being published by Udon Entertainment, which I don't have any manga from them, but this is drama and fantasy. A new era of adventure has begun in the fabled world of Record of Lodoss War. Thanks to the Crown of the Covenant, the accursed Isle of Lodoss has seen peace for 100 years. However, the ambitious ruler of the kingdom, Vlaim, now threatens to return Lodoss to a state of war. Heroes appear once more as the young prince Lyle of Marmo seeks the help of the legendary high elf Deadleet, Will a new Knight of Lotos arise to save the kingdoms? I swear a Record of Lotos War is like a D&D story or something. Plot generally follows the conventions and structure of RPG systems, including Dungeons & Dragons and Sword World RPGs. It's fantasy, that's all that matters. Alright, here we have Last Game. It's being released by 7 Seas. This is, again, another very old shoujo manga. It is completed. I recall this being very long. And despite it looking like they're high school students, they're in high school for like 5 minutes and then they become college students. In elementary school, the rich and spoiled Yanagi Naoto was known for excelling both in studies and sports. But when he suffered his first setback of his life when Kujo Mikoto, a girl from a poor family, transferred to his school and performed better than Naoto at every turn, reeling from this unforgivable blow of his pride, Naoto decided that he had to make Mikoto lose at something by making her lose her heart to him, which he could then break. Now that they are both in college, will Naoto finally be able to win Mikoto's affection, or will he lose this final game with her? It's 2 characters who are clearly in love with each other, who refuse to admit that they are, in love with each other. Alright, blessed be. We have reborn as a vending machine. I now wander the dungeon. I love isekai. It's by Yen Press. Comedy, fantasy, cause of death, vending machine. Is there any end more suitable for a vending machine enthusiast than giving his life to cushion the fall of one of his favorite machines? So perhaps it was only fate that he was reborn as a vending machine in another world. Sold. I think this one is getting an anime actually, which I'm probably gonna watch the anime first. I love this premise. And hey, don't pass it up just because he's a vending machine. Okay, I watched stuff like reincarnated as a sword, and that was surprisingly wholesome and very good. Sometimes your character just needs to be reincarnated into a weird inanimate object and then you have a wholesome show somehow. This one is Who Made Me a Princess. It is, what are they classified as? Otome Isekai. It's, our girls getting reincarnated into a different world. They're suddenly royalty. Every single time, I swear. And sometimes they start off as a baby, like this one. Sometimes they start off as a side character. I love the ones where they start off as babies and children because the characters are so young and it takes us forever to grow up. They always make the dad hot. And it's like, how can we sell you on this series? Because your main character is a child, for now. Hot dad. The story of Athanasia, forsaken princess of the Obelian Empire, ends with her execution at the hands of her own father. Or does it? Her tragic tale is the plot of a novel, The Lovely Princess, but now a modern woman who has just read the book has just woken up as baby Athanasia herself, filled with her own memories and knowledge of the story that she's stuck in. Determined to survive her doomed fate, infant Athanasia embarks on this new life with a plan. Avoid attention and hoard valuables to fund her escape. And when her plans go awry, she suddenly needs to charm her way into the good graces of her father, the beautiful tyrant emperor. So he doesn't kill her again. I know he has another child who this girl, at least the original girl, constantly got compared to, and I think the original girl got framed, and that's why she got executed. It's so sad. The original princess's story is very incredibly sad. Okay, next we have the Dragon King's Imperial Wrath, falling in love with the bookish princess of the Rat Clan. Be released by 7 Seas. God bless. Fantasy and romance. 13 clans rule the land, and the Rat Clan is the weakest. Ryuing, the princess of the Rat Clan, is summoned to the land of the dominating Dragon Clan, along with the princesses from the other clans. The Dragon King seeks a bride, and they are all candidates. Amazing. Yet instead of vying for the Dragon King's favor, Ryuing takes refuge in the place's enormous library, a place that she can read to her heart's content. It is there that the Dragon King discovers her by chance, sparking an immediate connection that will change Ryuing's life forever. So we got a lot of rivals, but doesn't matter anyway because he clearly likes her. And she sounds like the girl from Bibliophile Princess, which I also enjoy. It's cute. It also reminds me of the eccentric Doctor of the Moonflower Kingdom, probably because of the Chinese-ish setting. All right, we have Yokohama Station SF being released by Yen Press Action Science Fiction. All Hiruto has ever known in his life in the tiny coastal specks of Japan, much of the country has been swallowed by the Yokohama Station, a mysterious, ever-growing series of buildings that have been around for as long as anyone can remember. The few who live outside its many entrances have never seen inside, and know only of the rumors and legends of the station's interior. That all changes when Hiruto is given an 18 ticket, a mysterious item that lets him enter a massive complex for 5 days. The young man has always sought a purpose. The one he finds may not be the sort he hoped for. Will this one have an anime? Because if it has an anime, more likely to check that out. Manga-wise, So it's a new day because I couldn't finish recording everything on the first day. So I'm gonna finish recording everything now. There's still quite a couple of manga series to get through, though I'm just gonna get right back into that. Okay, so this is another manhwa. It is a business proposal. Also being released by Yen Press, but under their Ise Press. And this one is drama, romance, and is 16+. After being worked to the bone at her office job, getting introduced to her longtime crush's new girlfriend, and dealing with her family's debt hanging over her head, Harishin's life seems to have hit rock bottom. Luckily, her friend Youngso has a business proposal for her. Go to an arranged date in her stead, and Hari will receive a hefty compensation. Things grow complicated, however, when it turns out that the other party is Hari's new CEO, and he is dead set on marrying whoever shows up to the date. Based on the price, and since it's a manhwa, definitely looks like it is going to be in full color. And next we have Parallel World Pharmacy. Is this an isekai? It looks like an isekai. Being released by One Piece, which is always such a confusing publisher name to see because I think of One Piece, but it's One Piece. Maybe that was the intent. It's time to change the misguided medical care in another world by using modern pharmacy. When a young pharmacologist gives his life to his research and dies from overwork, he finds himself reincarnated as a boy named Falma, the son of a court physician. In a new world where faulty remedies run rampant, Falma uses modern pharmacy and cheap powers to cure all diseases around him. I just find it funny how we've gone from people getting hit by a truck to get transported to another world, and now they're just dying from overwork. It's what he who doesn't believe in fate says. And it's also by 7Seas. It's kind of funny because I never used to pick up 7Seas before, but lately I swear they just keep getting all the best series. In this romance with a supernatural edge, a guy who can see the fated ties between soulmates falls for a woman who is destined to be with someone else. Or is she? The red string of fate that appears throughout this black and white manga will be spot printed in vivid color. Kosuke can see the red string of fate that connects soulmates. Unfortunately, he has fallen in love with Yuka, and her string clearly doesn't lead for him. He hides his feelings for her until one day a fortune teller lets Yuka know her destined lover is nearby, and she thinks that it's Kosuke. Could this finally be the windfall for Kosuke's unrequited love? Can he stop destiny? I just think it's so cute with the premise of a story being the red string of fate and that he can see it. As of this one, I definitely want to give a go. Alright, next is one that I am definitely getting because this one, the art and the title, it just looks so good. It looks so good. I'm very interested in this one. This is A Reincarnated Witch Spells Doom. It's by Yen Press. It is fantasy. Of course, I love fantasy. With powers. On her 18th birthday, Shoden Sena Shirai gathers her resolve and steps out into the world for the first time in a long while, only to be hit by a truck. The truck is back. Reborn as a witch in another world, she is only able to master 2 spells: explosion and destruction. With the nearby villagers fearful of her power, she resigns herself to an isolated life once more. That is until a mysterious boy collapses at her doorstep. We've got a girl reincarnated into another world due to a truck. The truck is back. It is isekai. It is a witch with explosions. It reminds me of Megumin from Konosuba. This one is definitely on my list to pick up. Goodbye Eri, which is by the same person who made Chainsaw Man. So this is a one-shot manga being released by Fizz. It even says, from the mad genius behind Chainsaw Man and Look Back comes a new story about coping with loss. Yuta's movie-making career started with a request from his mother to record her final moments. After her death, Yuta meets a mysterious girl named Eri who takes his life in new directions. The two begin creating a movie together, but Eri is harboring an explosive secret. I am pretty interested in getting this one. It does seem like an interesting read. Of course, they don't give out very much of it since it is just a one-shot, but it is under Fiz's signature line as well, so it'll be like the nice, pretty, tall manga. Well, that is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, watching me go through not everything, because there's always a ton to go through every time I put these videos together. I try to go through the ones that seem very interesting, the ones that stand out. This time around, we definitely got so many manhwa adaptations that are coming out, which I'm very, very excited about. Let me know which releases you guys are looking most forward to, or if you've already picked up some stuff on this list, like April, because I'm filming this video quite late as it is. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and also, like I said, comment down below on what series you're looking most forward to picking up, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!